the act of thinking is literally a disease. If you're watching this video and you haven't quite achieved what you wanted to achieve in life, it is because you think. Thinking is the thing that's holding you back from being incredibly rich, having a girlfriend of your dreams, being in the best shape of your life, having that business that gives you freedom. The reason you don't have these things is because you think. What you think is thinking is not thinking, it's overthinking. When you are playing basketball, do you spend any time thinking? Not really. You're sort of playing the game, you're in the moment, you're in flow state. Let's imagine you step back and you were like thinking that guy's going to pass the basketball to him. Okay, I'm going to bounce the ball, I'm going to think. Do you think you'd play a good game of basketball? Well, no, you wouldn't, because there's two types of thinking that you do in life. There's conscious thinking and there's subconscious thinking. And the thing that is holding you back from achieving your dreams is conscious thinking. Because thinking, when it's done correctly, should be subconscious. It should be something that happens on autopilot. Imagine if you had to think about every step you had to take. You wouldn't be walking properly. You'd look like an idiot. It would be a waste of computing power. And it's the same thing when you go and you build that business, or you are too afraid of filming yourself on a camera. That is you thinking from your conscious brain. If you removed conscious thinking and you just did purely subconscious thinking, you would have everything that you could ever dream of. Because it is from the subconscious state of thinking, the flow state, where everything great in all of human history was created. Remember that time when you were at the club and you were talking to a girl and you were just talking so smooth, you were just crazy charming? Remember the time you were playing basketball and you were just scoring all the hoops and you were going well and everyone was congratulating you? Remember when you were playing soccer and you got a goal and you just were in the moment? Remember when you were doing that last minute assignment, you had the music on and you just cranked that thing out? Every single one of your greatest moments that you've ever lived, you were never even thinking. You were never even there. And this is the reason why most people fail to become successful. It's because whenever they try to pursue a skill or beat someone in a competition, they are doing it too much from their conscious mind. The act of consciously thinking has very little importance in your life. In fact, it's pretty much a straight up disease. Like, you don't need it. Like, think about that guy who's never nervous, never shy, always can talk to everyone, always social. And you look at that guy and you're like, is there someone in that little head of his? Like, he's just sort of existing. Like, is there someone self-aware up there? That's because that guy is always subconsciously thinking. And the way that I learned about this entire thing was when I was talking to a high school friend who was asking me how to make money online and how to build businesses. And I told him, like, you should just start posting content online. You know, you're into fashion, you should post some fashion videos. And he kept saying to me, like, I don't know how to film a video of me on camera. I'm not sure, like, what my name should be on TikTok. I don't know, like, how to get views. I'm not sure what music to put on the video. I don't know if I'm a bit, like, anxious about it. Like, people might judge me. Like, I don't have any followers. Isn't it going to be weird? Like, he was saying all these things and he never actually made a piece of content. For months upon months, he never made one piece of content. And I basically said to him, like, look, the reason that some dude with a very average IQ has gotten results in the online business space is because I turn my brain off. I don't think. I allow myself to act from my subconscious state where things just happen automatically. The reason that he hasn't been successful is he's trying to go through the world and a lot of business from his conscious mind. He's trying to consciously decide, okay, what's my username going to be? Okay, that one might be cringe. Someone might judge me. He's taking himself out of the moment of just being a creator and he's trying to think his way through the decision. This doesn't work. When you were building an online business, when you were trying to make money, when you're trying to talk to someone, the worst thing that you could do is think. And this is why people with a high IQ struggle in the world of business. And I want to show you a graph here. This graph is the optimal IQ that you can have for success. Because when your IQ gets too high and you get too smart, you're too smart for your own good, because you can now analyze things to a degree where you can go, oh shit, maybe I actually can't be successful. Maybe the chance of me making it is really actually that slim. And you start to overthink it. When you're stupid, you do things without thinking if you can succeed or not. You'll jump off that cliff. Even if it's a hard jump to make, you'll just jump off it because you're too dumb to consider the consequence. Now, obviously, in certain dangerous situations, you want to be smart because you need to be able to make a calculated decision. But in the world of business, you just need to shoot shots. Build that business, post that video, hire that staff member, buy that mastermind course. You just need to make decisions in the world of business because there's actually inherently no risk in what you do. Let's say you posted a video on TikTok. What's the worst thing that could happen? There's literally nothing bad that could happen. So there's no reason that you shouldn't be just executing and not thinking. So when you have too high an IQ, that's your problem. You overthink things which have zero downside. And that's the advantage of being dumb. But the problem with being too dumb is you aren't able to build pattern recognition and you aren't able to analyze things properly because you don't have the analytical ability to make smart decisions. So my friend's problem, this really smart guy, he was like the smartest guy in the year, right? He was too smart for his own good. And so now I basically told him, you got to be dumber. He's fixed it. He's now posting content and he's like, man, I made more progress today than I've made in months. And the other problem with being too smart is that you become really good at coping, because when you're smart, you can argue any point. Have you ever tried to get in an argument with a really smart person? Anything you say, they have a comeback and they're able to just make you look like you're in the wrong. This is the problem with smart people. They can win any argument. And when you can win any argument, you can convince your own mind of anything. So let's say you're too afraid to post a video on TikTok and you're really smart. You can now convince yourself that was the correct decision to not post videos on TikTok because you're so smart, you could just basically justify anything. And so proof of what I'm talking about in some more professional sense is meditation. The point of meditation is to think everything that's in your brain and remove it from your brain. And you can see this. This is literally a quote from a website talking about meditation. Meditation lets you deliberately practice going into states of concentration and filtering out distractions. And the idea is that it will help you achieve flow much more consistently. Now, if you want to learn how to actually program your mind to do this, the actual processes, the practices, the best program that I've personally found to achieve this is Maxi. Okay, Maxi was made by a guy that I've known for many years. Maxi will literally reprogram your brain with lessons like this video so that you can act from your flow state and achieve your true potential. You'll find it in the description below. $1 for your first month. I highly recommend it. And thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you on the next one.